Hi, I'm Josh Jackson from Paste. I'm here at New York Comic Con with Robert Kirkman, creator of The Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead, Outcast, Thief of Thieves, and so much more.
Oh.
So, welcome to Comic Con. It's great to have you here. I know you would have loved to have been in San Diego, but health has been an issue. You're feeling much better?
Couldn't talk. Didn't feel like it was worth my time to go to San Diego, but I'm good now.
Good, good. Well, so congratulations, Fear the Walking Dead. Got kind of a similar reaction as The Walking Dead. So we've got 2 series on television right now. And, I know you've said before that you want to just keep writing Walking Dead until you die. I know why I love it. I know why I'm
usually joking when I say that, but yes.
I know why I love this world and sort of exploring different places. Can you talk a little bit about what it is about this sandbox, this world that you've built that makes it fun as a storyteller to play around
Yeah,
in?
I mean, it's a zombie story. It's a post-apocalyptic story, which is always fun. But to me, it's just about the characters. It's about them struggling and doing whatever they can do to survive, and about the evolution that takes place. When you have to change your morals and when you have to shift your moral compass in order to be able to get by. And to me, it's such a human story that the story itself can kind of go anywhere. So that's why I see a long life in The Walking Dead. I don't know if I'm quite going to write it until I die. I do have an ending in mind that I would like to get to, but it is very far off. And I just love being able to tell these stories with these people. You can tell the same kind of stories in The Walking Dead that you can tell with any individual in any kind of story, but because of the apocalyptic setting and because of the zombies and everything, it just heightens everything so much and makes it that much more interesting, I feel.
Well, you have a new cast of characters here in Fear the Walking Dead, and in developing them, were you developing them to fit sort of the new story, or what made sort of this group of characters kind of come together in your mind?
Well, I mean, to put it plainly, a lot of things with Fear the Walking Dead came from going, okay, what do we do in Walking Dead and what can we do differently? The Walking Dead family is a thing that we talk about with The Walking Dead, talking about the cast and the crew and, all the people that watch it and everything, but we haven't ever really dealt with a very, safe, together family unit. The family units in Walking Dead are usually separated or, pulled apart and put in dire situations, and we definitely do that in Fear the Walking Dead, but, we wanted to explore, how this group, that interacts, Madison, Travis, Alicia, and Nick, how they together, survive the zombie apocalypse. And another thing I wanted to do was, Travis and Madison, are getting ready to get married. They have a very, loving monogamous relationship, which is something of an anomaly on cable television. So I really wanted to deal with 2 people who are, very much in love and very happy with each other, having to deal with the zombie apocalypse.
Mm-hmm. Now, we all thought this was going to be, the urban version of the show. Now they're headed out to water. Where would you go in a zombie apocalypse? Is the water the safest place? Is heading to D.C. or out into the woods? Or?
Well, look, as we will see in Fear the Walking Dead, there really isn't any safe place in season 2. They are on the water, but it's not like they're gonna put her on out to an island and then start making mixed drinks and going, "Hey, this is the best idea ever." Dave Erickson said on Talking Dead last week, it's not the only people that have had this idea. So there's going to be a lot of people on the water, and it's going to be very dangerous. So I don't know where I would go. I don't know. I would try to find somebody that's got like a nice bomb shelter or bunker or something, and I'd try and I'd take some canned food down there, and I'd read some books.
So in season 1 of The Walking Dead, we had Morgan. Everybody loved Morgan. We lost him, and now he's back. Is any hope for Tobias that we're going to see? Is he going to be the Morgan of Fear the Walking Dead, maybe?
We didn't see him die, so that the possibility is always out there.
Have you been surprised at the reaction that people love Tobias?
No, I mean, we knew as soon as we got on set that he would be very popular, and that was a character that Dave Erickson really liked, and we wanted to give him a lot of good stuff, and I mean, it's just it's a cool character.
Mm-hmm. So you said here at New York Comic Con, this is going to be the most intense season yet coming up of The Walking Dead.
Yes, it is. And that is literally all I can say about the season. It's that intense.
But why do you think things have sort of built up in this way to make it so intense?
Well, I mean, last season we got to Alexandria, and there was a big shift in, the kind of stories that we tell. They had been surviving, they had been on the road, it's a very dangerous environment, and then they get to this relatively safe place with so many more people there. And so their community grows, and when you have more people and you have more problems, and the stakes get bigger. And so they very much have something great that needs to be protected, that possibly other people are going to want, that is definitely something that they really need to hold on to. And so as we're escalating things from season to season, things just get bigger.
Mm-hmm. So who has more fun teasing fans about Negan, you or Andrew Lincoln?
I don't know. Andy has a lot of fun, but I don't know. I mean, it's hold on. It's definitely going to happen in the show eventually.
Yeah.
Can't say when. Could be soon. Might not be soon. Is probably soon. But who knows what soon is?
Yeah. Well, we're all looking forward to that. So you have, 2 Walking Dead shows on the air right now. You've got a Cinemax show in the work for Outcast.
Yep.
What can you say about how that's progressing along?
It's going really well. Working with Chris Black, the showrunner on that, stars Patrick Fugit, Ren Schmidt, Philip Glenister, Reggie Cathy, David Denham. I'm just going to go through the cast. And we're filming that in South Carolina, which has been a lot of fun. I think we're working on the 6th episode right now. It moves very quickly. But that'll be launching in 2016. It's a fun exorcism show. Patrick Fugit plays Kyle Barnes, who has been plagued with demonic possession his entire life. And we hit him at a point where he's kind of secluded himself away from society. He's living in his childhood home, by himself. He doesn't really interact with people. He's got his sister, played by Ren, who's kind of coming and bringing him groceries and trying to goad him into, making something of himself and doing something. And she doesn't really know exactly what's wrong with him. He kind of hits rock bottom, in our pilot episode, which, people will see. And from that point on, he decides, I'm not going to hide from this problem anymore. I'm going to face it head on. And that's when he starts working with Philip's character, Reverend Anderson, to try and just get a handle on what this demonic possession thing is and how it happens and why it seems to happen to people around him, and if there is anything he can actually do about it so that he can kind of take his life back from this phenomenon. And so it kind of sets him on this journey of, learning more about demonic possession and trying to get to a point where it could be treated like a solvable problem, because I feel like that's something that's never really done in exorcism movies. You don't ever see anyone at the end of an exorcism movie go, okay, now I'm going to find out where that demon went and see if I can keep anyone else from getting possessed. And they just kind of go, well, demon's out of that kid, let's go home and drink some tea. And, I kind of feel like that's irresponsible.
So, with The Walking Dead, you say this is a way to tell these human stories that you can tell kind of anything. With Outcast, what is it about this? It looks like more of a horror show than even The Walking Dead.
I would say it's definitely scarier. And to me, as cool as zombies are and as awesome as The Walking Dead is, that's never going to happen. Physically dead corpses are never going to get up and try to eat me.
I'm glad to hear you say that, because I was getting worried. So.
Well, it's just not realistic. But this phenomenon of demonic possession, the Catholic Church has a whole wing devoted to exorcists, and people talk about this, and people know people that have encountered this kind of thing, and especially in the South, it's really a big thing. I mean, growing up in the South, like I knew people that thought, oh yeah, my cousin had a demon in him, and it's it seems like it could be a very real thing. And so to me, that makes it, that much more terrifying and that much more scary, because, who knows?
Well, it seems
could
like
be a demon in you right now, and I'd have no clue.
You wouldn't,
right?
You wouldn't.
No, maybe, probably not, but maybe. No, but you never know.
So it seems like everything that you're writing now, people are approaching you TV ideas. What about Thief of Thieves? Has that progressed any with AMC? Or?
Yeah, there's always all kinds of cool stuff going on behind the scenes that I can't really talk about yet, but I feel like we're getting very close with Thief of Thieves. Mm-hmm. It's going really well. We're working with some great people. Not quite ready to announce it yet. We could announce it, but I just don't like when you know, a lot of projects get announced and then they kind of fizzle out, and it's like, oh, that's actually not happening now. I apologize for announcing that. So at Skybound, we try to hold all of our announcements until we know things are moving into production and things are looking real good. So.
Great. Well, any other genres that you're looking forward to playing around in, or that you sort of sometime in the future would like to?
Yeah, I mean, I'm certainly known as a horror guy now because of Walking Dead and Outcast, but you know, I love all genres. I've got a few science fiction things cooking that are going to be pretty fun, and my real desire is I one day want to do like a straight up romance. You know, just like two people eating dinner together and chatting about things and figuring out how to make that interesting. Like that'll be a lot of fun.
Great. Great. Well, thank you so much for taking time out of your Comic-Con schedule and joining us here in the Pace Studio. And
thanks for having me. This place is great.
Great. Yeah. Well, and yeah, so glad everything's going well with your health, and can't wait to watch this new season of Walking Dead.
All right, man. Thank you very much.
All right. Thanks.